Farhad, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Farhad, tell me a little bit more about your company and the assets you have.
Sure. I run a company called Millennial, Lithium, and we're developing lithium brine projects in Argentina, in Salta province of Argentina. And the company is listed on Canadian Exchange, on TSXV. And we've been working on that project for the last 12 months. And we've come up with some very, very strong results in the last few weeks. And in fact, today we've announced our 43101 maiden resource. And it looks like it's going to be one of the large brine projects going forward.
So what are the next stages for you with regards to milestones for the next 6 to 12 months?
Sure. Look, in the last couple of months we've had really great milestones. First of all, we raised $30 million from a large strategic investor out of China, and that capital will allow us to actually take the project all the way through the completion of the feasibility study. Today we came up 43101 results. Those are initial results, but they're very large. M&I, like measured and indicated resource, about 2.1 million tons. On top of it, we got an additional 830,000 tons of inferred resource. And the next step for us, the next milestone, will be preliminary economic assessment, which is scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of next year. And then once the PA is out and the results are positive, then we'll go into the feasibility study.
There's a lot of talk about the lithium market at the present time. What's your take on it?
Well, look, I mean, we see very clear, shift in the trends, especially in automotive industry, where we see that a lot of car makers, especially out of Europe and of course Asia, have announced very large plans to shift their production to electric vehicles. So that is one of the major drivers behind this lithium demand. And we think that this is really a multi-year, almost generational trend shift. And we think that it is here to stay. Obviously, we don't know at what point we're going to have an inflection point. At this point, as you know, in most of the Western countries, a penetration rate is extremely small, except for Norway. But going forward, we think that's going to really increase. Hence, there's this tremendous demand for lithium. And you see a lot of development companies worldwide, mostly out of South America and Australia. So our task here, our objective, is to take advantage of this demand and build a low-cost operation in Argentina.
So what's the purpose of being at 1-to-1 today?
Sorry, say it again.
What's the purpose of being at the 1-to-1 mining conference today?
Well, we're here to have meetings with different investors. I mean, we find that the conference is very effective because, the structures that every half an hour we meet with some investors, and we found it very useful. We've participated in several in the past, and in this one, it's the same idea to actually expose the story to London-based investors or to Europe-based investors, and we think that that allows us to actually kind of enhance or broaden the investor base going forward for the company.
Superb. Well, Farhad, thank you for your time today.
Thanks a lot.